MTBR. We're at Interbike 2013. I'm John Hauer. I'm the marketing manager at X-Fusion, and I'm going to go through a few of our new products. So we've had the 34 line out for about a year now, but there's been some advancements and some improvements. We have our slant, which is our 26-inch 34 fork. We have our sweep, which is the new 27.5 34 fork, and the trace that's been out for a bit, and that's our 29 fork. So all three of these forks get our new axle design. That's the Lock X axle with 4 wedges that tighten down when you flip the QR lever. The sweep is the same as the slant, but it has a dedicated offset for 650B. That's going to be 46 millimeters. What we did with our offsets were we standardized the trail, so they all have the same trail ratio. The offset for the 26 is going to be 42, for the 27.5 is going to be 46, and for the 29 it's going to be 51 millimeters. The trace also has a unique feature. It has our new Unicrown feature here, which is a single piece crown steer that's been forged and then machined down. What that does, it allows us to reduce the material but increase the stiffness. So the trace right here is going to be the lightest and stiffest 34 millimeter fork on the market. Also new for 2014 is the Metric. The Metric is our 180 millimeter freeride fork that can be set anywhere from 180 millimeters down to 150. It's going to be air sprung, and the cool thing about the air spring feature on this is it has our flex piston. What that is a ball joint that's attached to the air piston, so when the fork's taking impacts from left and right and going through Chundry Rock section, the air piston's always going to be in streamline in that inner tube, and it's not going to bind on the seal if the air rod's getting torqued in any direction on the inside. The other feature this fork has is our carbon leg guards. What these do is it protects your fork from crashes or using at a resort like Whistler when you're racking your bike. The leg guards are going to be a lot less expensive than to replace the lower leg at the end of the season. This fork, the Metric, has our tried and true HLR damping system, has rebound adjustment, high-low speed compression, and has our bolt-on 20 millimeter axle. It's going to be a really durable fork, but it's also lightweight. It's 5 pounds flat with an uncut steer in the 180 millimeter travel mode. This fork's going to retail for around $950 to $1,000 in the US, and it'll be available in November. All right, and the big brother to the Metric is the RV1, Race Version 1. This is X-Fusion's first triple clamp downhill fork, and it's going to be available in November as well. A lot of people have been waiting for this, and we've put a lot of effort into it. It also uses our HLR damping system with rebound adjustment and high and low speed compression. It gets the carbon guards with the nice painted graphic on it. It's coil sprung, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a heavier fork. It's very light. With the coil in it, it's 6.1 pounds, so really competitive with what else is on the market. Also, a cool feature that the Metric and the RV1 have is neutral valves. What those are is pressure release valves on the back of the casting. So if you're at altitude or extreme temperatures, you're going to be sure that your pressure is the same inside your fork, and you're going to have consistent performance. We're going to sell some aftermarket push button bleeder valves for about $20 that'll allow you to do toolless air release on the lower legs. So it's just a little extra feature that gives you confidence knowing your fork's going to perform the same every time you use it. The price point on the RV1 is going to be $14.49 for the smoke chrome version and $13.99 for the matte black. All right, so the talk of the show is the Revel HLR. This is a brand new exclusive product from X-Fusion. It's an upside down trail enduro fork that works for 27.5 and 29, and since it's upside down, you can also throw a 26-inch wheel in there. So for 27.5 and 26, it has 160 millimeters of travel. For 29, it has 140, and it has a few unique features. One being our patented Goldilocks system, which is 3 trilateral keyways located on the upper tubes right here. So you're gonna have 2 on the sides and 1 on the back. The circular keyways in there are made of stainless steel so they don't damage the alloy tubes, and also the low friction and are able to float in there in a lubrication bath. What those do is it prevents the fork from twisting, and a major part of the problem with USD forks is they're very stiff fore-aft because of the mass at the top, but at the bottom they're able to twist and deflect, giving you sketchy steering characteristics and hard to track in really rough, chattery sections. This solves that and ensures that your fork's always going to maintain a straight line and track perfectly straight when hitting small bumps, big bumps, or deflecting off rocks. It's going to hold its line and work very consistently. For the enduro market, there aren't very many 20 mil forks anymore. Everyone's kind of gone to the 15. We wanted to go big with this and use our 20 millimeter Lock X axle. That also has the 4 wedges and locks down with our QR system here. The Revel is also fitted with our tried and true HLR damping system, which is in the RV1, the Metric, and the Vengeance. So you have rebound adjustment, low speed compression, and high speed compression that are independent from one another. Another feature that's never been on any of our other forks is the two-spring air system. So we have a positive spring up here, which is your main air spring, and then at the bottom of the fork we have a bottom-out air spring system. So what that does is allow you to up the pressure to make your fork more progressive, or drop it down to make it feel more linear. So you have complete control of the air spring tuning. This fork is going to be really special, so there's not going to be too many, and it's going to be tough for you to get your hands on one, but it's really designed for the unique user looking for the most performance possible in a kind of standout platform. This fork's going to retail for $17.76. We're also going to sell it with lifetime service for $124. So for $1,900 out the door, you get a fork that's going to have free service for life for the original owner, and it's going to stand out on the trail wherever you go. Thanks to MTBR for checking us out at Interbike, and we look forward to seeing you on the trails. See you next time.